name is Miss Adrian. Welcome to story time at my house. Look, there's a house on the flannel board. That isn't my house though. This one belongs to 3 bears. Now, little bear is really excited to hear today's story. He likes to hear stories about other bears. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house in the woods, lived a family of 3 bears. There was a great big papa bear, a medium-sized mama bear, and a wee little baby bear. They loved their little house in the woods. In the kitchen, there was a nice sturdy table, and they each had their very own bowl. Papa bear had a great big bowl. Mama bear had a medium-sized bowl. And baby bear had a wee little bowl. And then in their living room, they each had their very own chair. Papa bear had a great big chair. Mama bear had a medium-sized chair. And baby bear, you guessed it, had a wee little chair. Upstairs in the bedroom, Papa bear had a great big bed. Mama bear had a medium-sized bed. And baby bear had a wee little bed. One day, it was Papa bear's turn to make breakfast, and he made a great big pot of porridge. He put some in each of the 3 bowls. But the porridge was too hot, and it was a beautiful day outside. So the bears decided to go for a walk in the woods while the porridge cooled. Well, there was somebody else going for a walk in the woods that day. It was Goldilocks. And Goldilocks walked past the bear's house and she smelled something so delicious. I think Papa bear put some cinnamon in that porridge. Well, Goldilocks was really hungry from her walk, and she went up to the door and she went knock, knock, knock. But of course, nobody answered because the bear family was out for a walk in the woods. Then Goldilocks did something she should not have done. She turned the handle, opened up the door. The bears had forgotten to lock their door, and she walked right into their house. And she saw those bowls of porridge on the table, and she tasted some of the porridge in Papa bear's bowl, but it was too hot. Then she tasted some of the porridge in Mama bear's medium-sized bowl, but that was too cold. So then she tried some of the porridge in baby bear's wee little bowl. It was just right. Goldilocks ate it all up. Then she went into the living room, and she thought she would take a little rest because her legs were tired, and she sat down in Papa bear's great big chair. But it was too hard. So then she tried Mama bear's medium-sized chair, and that was too soft. So then she tried baby bear's wee little chair, and it was just right. But Goldilocks was too big for it, and she broke it all to pieces. Uh-oh. Well, Goldilocks went upstairs to the bedroom. She was really tired now, so she thought she would take a little nap, and she tried to climb up into Papa bear's bed, but it was too high. Well, then she tried Mama bear's medium-sized bed, but the mattress was too lumpy. So then she tried baby bear's wee little bed, and it was just right. And Goldilocks fell fast asleep. While she was sleeping, the 3 bears came back home. Papa bear looked at his bowl of porridge and he said, "Someone's been eating my porridge." Mama bear looked at her bowl and she said, "Someone's been eating my porridge." Baby Bear looked at his bowl and he said, "Someone's been eating my porridge and she ate it all up." Well, then they went into the living room and Papa Bear looked at his chair and he said, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." Mama Bear looked at her chair and she said, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." Baby Bear looked at his chair and he said, "Someone's been sitting in my chair and she broke it all to pieces." Well, then they went upstairs. Papa Bear looked at his bed and he said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." Mama Bear looked at her bed and she said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." Baby Bear looked at his bed and said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed and she's still there." Ah! Goldilocks jumped out of bed, saw the three bears standing there, jumped out the window, fell into a bush, picked herself up, and ran all the way home as fast as she could go. Well, once the three bears got over their shock, Papa Bear made another big bowl of porridge. Mama Bear got out her toolbox and fixed Baby Bear's chair. And Baby Bear went upstairs and straightened up all the beds. And those three bears, they lived happily ever after in their cozy little house in the woods. And from then on, whenever they went for a walk, they always locked their door. I hope you enjoyed that story. Goldilocks and the Three Bears has been around for a long, long time, and many people know it. It's a good story to retell on your own. Maybe you could tell the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears to someone else. Do you think you could try? Now, I do want to mention that while I usually make my own flannel board stories, this one was made by Shannon from an Etsy store called Kid and Me Creations. She has a lot of really nice flannel board games and stories. Well, it's time for us to go. I hope to see you soon. Remember, be kind to each other. Goodbye, friends.